Are you ready to step back in time and relive part of the golden age of animation? Well, hold on to your whiskers and get ready for a wild ride through the amazing world of the Pink Panther cartoons. It's time to release your inner child and rediscover the magic of a bygone era. Let's dive together into the world of the Pink Panther cartoons on this episode of Rerun Zone. The creation of the Pink Panther cartoon character was a collaborative effort between director Blake Edwards and animators Fritz Freeling, Dave DePatie, and animator Howley Pratt. The character was introduced as a recurring visual and musical motif in the Pink Panther film, and was designed to be a cool and suave feline who is the opposite of the bumbling Inspector Clouseau. United Artists had enlisted Freeling, well known for his work on vintage Warner Brothers cartoons, to create the character for the movie. Directed by Blake Edwards and starring Peter Sellers as the bumbling French police detective Inspector Clouseau, the Pink Panther movie was actually about a diamond, not a panther. The diamond is called the Pink Panther because the flaw at its center, when viewed closely, is said to resemble a leaping pink panther. The film centered around the theft of the valuable diamond and Inspector Clouseau's attempts to solve the crime. Despite his best efforts, Clouseau's bumbling antics often resulted in comedic mishaps and misunderstandings. It took Freeling and Pratt more than 100 different character designs to perfect the Pink Panther, according to the character's co-creator David DePatie. Now, picture a room filled with eccentric visionaries, fueled by coffee and creativity, as they painstakingly sculpted the iconic Pink Panther. It was a journey filled with unexpected twists and turns, like a wild chase scene straight out of the Pink Panther's playbook. It involved multiple artists and designers working to create a character that was cool, suave, and sophisticated, while also mischievous and lighthearted at the same time. When the character appeared at the opening of the Pink Panther movie, it was so well received that United Artists commissioned Freeling and his production company DePatie Freeling Enterprises to develop a series of Pink Panther cartoons for a theatrical release. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Pink Panther's mystique was the character's ability to convey complex emotions without uttering a single word. With the flick of his tail or a coy expression, the Pink Panther communicated volumes. This silent power resonated deeply, captivating audiences and setting the character apart from his animated counterparts. The first of Pink's standalone cartoons, titled The Pink Fink, debuted in 1964 and won the Academy Award for Animated Short Film that year. It featured the Panther and his adversary, a little white mustached man who was said to be a parody of Fritz Freeling himself. The character, officially known as the Little Man, is trying to paint his house blue, but the Panther keeps switching his blue paint for pink paint, which results in a hilarious battle of wits. Not a word is uttered in the entire cartoon, but it's very effective nonetheless. The cartoon set the tone for the rest of the shorts, which featured the Pink Panther and the Little Man in a series of memorable and hilarious misadventures. From paint battles to chase sequences that would make your head spin faster than Inspector Clouseau himself, each animated short was a masterclass in comedic timing and visual storytelling. Not a single word uttered, yet the Pink Panther's expressive glances and cunning maneuvers spoke volumes. The animation style was very simplistic and focused on the characters and the story themselves without the need for elaborate trappings. It's the key to all good storytelling, as the characters become the central focus and draw you into the story. Of course, it doesn't hurt that it's accompanied by the incredibly smooth and catchy theme song written by the great composer Henry Mancini. Following the success of the Pink Panther cartoons, the character's popularity led to the creation of a separate animated television series called The Pink Panther Show, which aired on NBC from 1969 to 1978. This show expanded on the Pink Panther's misadventures and introduced additional characters and segments, including appearances by other popular characters like the Ant and the Aardvark and Tijuana Toads. The show was a huge success and led to additional spin-off cartoons and merchandise, further cementing the Pink Panther's place in popular culture. Because of the violent nature of some of the early Pink Panther cartoons, they started to edit them for broadcast television, aiming to create a more family-friendly viewing experience. This reflected a shift in societal attitudes towards violence in media, particularly in content targeting younger audiences. The process involved identifying and reviewing the content for any scenes or elements that could be considered too violent or potentially disturbing for a family audience. The scenes were then either removed entirely or replaced with alternative footage to maintain the continuity of the story. The goal was striking a balance between preserving the humor, charm, and storytelling of the Pink Panther cartoons while making them more suitable for a wider audience. By editing the cartoons to what they thought was more appropriate, they were now presented in a more sanitized format for broadcast on television. Although altering the original content compromised the artistic integrity and impact of the early Pink Panther cartoons, ultimately, the decision to re-edit them reflected a conscious choice to bend to the evolving broadcast network standards of the time surrounding violence in animated content. In 1976, the half-hour show was changed into a 90-minute format and introduced Mr. Jaw. This version had a live-action segment where comedian Lenny Schultz would read letters and jokes from viewers. The show in this format didn't do very well, and the original 30-minute version was brought back in 1977 as Think Pink Panther. After 9 years on NBC, the Pink Panther moved to ABC in 1978. It was renamed the all-new Pink Panther Show and Pink Panther Encore, and ran for 2 seasons before finally being canceled. The Pink Panther endures as a beloved pop culture icon, captivating audiences with timeless humor and iconic charm. Its cartoons, still cherished by fans of all ages, introduced a fresh approach to animated storytelling. With its minimalistic animation style, they focused on visual humor and physical comedy. These cartoons became a testament to the universal appeal of visual comedy and the enduring charm of a character who could elicit laughter without words. From its humble beginnings to its evolution into a pop culture phenomenon, the Pink Panther continues to leave an indelible mark on the world of animation. As we bid adieu to the Pink Panther's world, his legacy lives on, reminding us that a mischievous grin and a dash of mystery can captivate hearts for generations to come. So let's raise our glasses and toast to the timeless magic of the Pink Panther. Its enduring legacy serves as a reminder that sometimes silence truly speaks louder than words. Join us next time as we explore another nostalgic treasure, diving into the fascinating realms of classic TV and animation. Until then, keep the Pink Panther's mystique close to your heart, and remember, the secrets of success are often found in the most unexpected places. If you like this ride into the past, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But most of all, thanks for watching. This is Rich from Rerun Zone. I'll see you next time.